Thank you. Sorry for being delayed right there. A little computer problem right there. All right, 6 minutes after 11 o'clock. Nice looking Thursday. If you're listening to this on the internet, right now you see the logo for WOCA. I do have Joey Wells' photo. I'm going to put that up on the screen in just a moment. Let me say hi to him first. Joey Wells is our guest. He's got a couple of books he wants to talk to us about. One is called Mama Gave Birth to Greatness. It's a memoir. Not for your mama, and Through My Eyes, which is another memoir. Joey Wells is a survivor of a rare form of muscular dystrophy called myotubular myopathy. He was diagnosed at 8 months old and was forced into a wheelchair at birth. He was not expected to live past the age of 1. Wow, he's now in his 30s. He's the founding father of the Glendale Rough Riders Power Soccer Team. He won 7 Tournament Most Valuable Player Awards. He's an ambassador for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Wow, I haven't said one word to him yet. I'm already inspired by him. He's an ambassador for the Forever Wish Foundation. He's an ambassador for Arizona Disabled Sports and the Joshua Fraze, I'm probably saying that wrong, Foundation. My gosh, somebody who they didn't think was going to live has done a lot of living, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, he's amazing.
Joey Wells, good morning, sir. What an honor to have you on our show.
Well, I mean, I appreciate it. I didn't realize my resume was that long.
Where are you? Are you in Arizona?
Yeah, I'm in Tempe, Arizona, ASU, Joe Sun Devils.
So, do the challenges that you have and have had throughout your life seem as challenging now that you're 30, or has it always been kind of at the same playing field, so to speak?
No, this is a lot. I deal with a lot more now. When I was growing up, I didn't really realize it. Like, I knew I was in the hospital a lot, dealing with a lot, but I was always trying to prove myself. Like, I'm on the same level. You want to play basketball? Let's go. You know.
Oh,
that's
really?
my attitude. Absolutely.
Are you confined to a wheelchair right now?
Yeah, I've never been able to fully walk, but I always had the heart and hunger to compete and push myself.
And you always had the inspiration of doing that because it seems like everybody else in your family were athletes.
Yeah, my mom was a state champion softball player and most valuable player in her heyday, and my brothers were scouted to go to baseball and LSU for football.
So you have 2 memoirs. One is not for your mama. What kind of things are in there that you don't want your mom to know about?
Oh, well, man, there's one thing in it. There's a whole chapter in there she can't even read.
Is she listening? Don't let her listen to the interview if you're going to tell us any of
it. She's right by me, giving me the evil eyes.
Oh no! Oh, that's too funny. Do you have any?
No, I bear it all, man. I hold no shame. I talk about everything from fighting for my life to my love life to soccer. I'll hold back, man. And it's something for everybody.
When you just said your love life, were you looking at your mother, or did you avert?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, really?
I was, and she kind of just gave me a little, yeah, that's my son.
While you were growing up, though, you had let us know that there was a political thing happening to you while you were a student. You were an honor roll student, and then the powers that be tried to take you out of the mainstream and put you into special ed classes because of money.
I figured out. They took me out of. They actually gave me my test, and I had an A on it. And then they told me you have to go to the office. So I went to the office. They're like, well, we're going to put you in special ed now. I'm like, why? I just got an A. No, because this will be better for you. You'll be able to learn better. I'm like, no, I'm doing just fine. I ain't got to listen to you. So I'm going back to class. And I did, but they wanted to get money from the state and federal for disability. So if you're a disabled student, they can give you extra money, but you have to be enrolled in special ed and things like that.
What do you?
And that's such a shame.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What do you credit your stubbornness to? Why are you so stubborn? I mean, you refuse to listen to people who say you can't do something. Where does that come from?
I am my mother's son.
Oh, your mom is this way. Oh, she's this way.
Oh, yeah. Mom, man, and then my brothers, we all 6'2" and bigger, and she's the only thing that we're scared of.
Well, good for her. Wow. You just made her proud. If she's sitting close enough to hear that, you just made her proud.
Yeah, she's got a big heart, but she always demands respect. And she told us growing up, hey, I want you to be good, but if somebody picks on you, you can finish it. Don't start it, but you can finish it.
And that's great advice, because I gave that to my same children too. I said, don't pick the fight, but if somebody hits you, just knock them down.
Yeah, you can't take it forever. And I remember time in school where there's this other kid who had a learning disability, and one day he had a seizure when he was opening up his locker, and he fell, and these other kids were picking on him, and he busted up his chin, and I stood up out of my wheelchair, and I think I scared the crap out of them all. Have you got a problem? And that's just the attitude she gave us. You got to help others and take care of yourself. You
have a cool look too. I'm looking. I have the photo on the streaming that we're doing right now, and you got this hat tipped to one side. Where is that? Is that a look for you, or did you just do that for the photo? Is that you?
That's my signature style right there.
I think it's.
Yeah, you gotta look good. You gotta represent yourself with a beautiful woman out there properly.
That's right. Ladies love fellas that wear fedoras, especially when they're cocked like that on their head.
Absolutely. Have your hat tipped, then you look away, then you look back at them and give them a little head nod and a wink, and then there you are.
When you were growing up, were you ever afraid that you might be alone without your mom or family members, that you'd have to be there by yourself?
Never, man. My family made sure I knew they had my back. See, my father, he gave up on me. He said I was basically useless. So he didn't want nothing to do with me my whole life. When I was 8 years old, he called me, he called my brother who lived with him at the time, and my brother forced him to talk to me, and the first thing he said to me was, "Are you walking yet?" I said, "I'm trying. I'm working on it. I miss you, Dad." Well, if you were working harder, you would be already.
Oh no.
That
crushed me. I slammed the phone down after he hung up, and I yelled, "Mom, I need you to stand me up. And I gotta let go. Don't hold me." And I tried to take a step. I took one step, and I fell, and she caught me right before I hit the ground. And I yelled, don't grab me. If I can't do it on my own, I deserve to fall. And she looked at me and said, "You never deserve to be hurt for somebody else's mistakes."
Absolutely.
So believe in yourself, and you can do anything.
So you don't. So you lost connection with your dad. That's a shame.
So sorry.
Yeah, I see him every now and again, but I don't really consider him a father. I just say, you're the seed that donated, and you do your thing, I'll do mine.
Put your mom on the phone. No, I want to talk to your mom.
Mom.
Where's your mother? I want to speak to her. She's in the room, right?
Yes.
Hello?
Hey,
There we are.
Is this Mrs. Wells?
Yes, it is.
Hey, you are an amazing woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Joey just told us enough to make me realize that he is doing really well in this world because of you. I mean, you have been there for him, and oh my gosh, what an incredible lady you must be. How many children do you have?
4.
4.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But I just think, when he was growing up, we just told him, yeah, there's some things you can't do, but you have to figure out how to do what you want to do. And he just took it from there and wanted to be able to do everything that everybody else did. And he just made his own way and found out how he can do things differently, but he still gets them done.
Well, you truly are an inspiration to him and your family, and that means that he's an inspiration to others whose lives that he touches. He's a great mentor.
Yes, and he does, and he does a lot of speeches, and he talks to. Well, a lot of people come to him and talk, and just and he helps them out, and he does mentor them. He's very good with that.
Well, you must be proud. He has learned a lot from you. Have you learned anything from him?
Oh yes, just be more compassionate to other people, and and that you don't know what anybody else is going through.
That's right. Yeah.
You just have to take them. You can't look at them and judge them. You have to get to know somebody to see what they can and can't do and what they're like.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the phone. I just wanted to tell you that, I mean, I'm without even knowing you, just the fact that you are like everything that made him what he is. I have a friend who's got Down syndrome, and he's 57, I think, something like that.
Yes.
I've known him since he was 11. And the reason he's so successful in this world is because his mother did not take no for an answer, and she showed him love, and she showed him everything you're showing Joey. So I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's what, I wish more people would do that and let them know that they're as important as anybody else and they can do anything. They can do anything, they want. They just have to find their way, and they're just, everybody, if they get to know them, they realize what great people they are.
Yeah. Good for you. Now, I'm going to ask him about his love life again. Is that okay?
Yeah, you go for it. Yep.
All right. Thank you. Just give him the evil eye. All right.
It's between you two guys.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you, ma'am. That was sweet. Joey, where's Joey?
Bad mama.
Joey?
That's a bad mama.
That's right. You got a wonderful mom.
Joey, your mother gave me permission. Your mother gave me permission to ask about your love life.
And then, we ain't sad about nothing over here.
That's too funny.
You express in your book that you've always wanted to travel and see different cultures, but because you were in the hospital so much, you weren't able to, but you noticed other things instead about everyday people that other people don't even wish to recognize.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to travel to different countries, but being in the hospital, and it's kind of dangerous to go over there and not know where you can go if you get in trouble. But my mom, she put me around the States a little bit when I was little. She handed me the map, and I was 10 years old, and said, all right, where we going? And we went up to Canada, down to Michigan. So that was the one big trip that we did.
And you lived in North Dakota, didn't you, for a little while?
Yeah, we lived in North Dakota, and I was 10 years old. And she said, here's the map. Now tell me which way to go.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so you're writing books now. Do you do something with music also? Because I know you have a Billboard.com link on your website.
Yeah, well, we're working on getting to music. The book has 2 albums in it with the lyrics.
Oh,
and
okay.
every song has a chapter. And actually, this past week, I just signed a contract to record 2 songs with the songwriter's music group.
Oh, wow.
It's wonderful that you were awarded the John Lennon Award.
Yeah, for my book, Through My Eyes. There's 808. I wrote that almost 10 years ago. It's pretty unbelievable, but just seeing what people do, like in the hospital, seeing how people react to certain things. Like I seen a mother lose her child when she was 6 years old, and that really affected me and how I view life. Just saying, like, when somebody's having a hard day, you say, "Hey, thank you," and it really goes a long ways.
You're right, absolutely. Sometimes the simple things like that are the things we forget to do, and we need somebody to remind us every once in a while. It sounds like you're the guy. So how do we get the books? I went to your website. Is there anything on Amazon?
Yeah, if you on my website, you can click on books, and it should come up. It'll take you to the link on Amazon.
Oh, I see.
Or
Okay.
you can go to Amazon.com and type in Mama gave birth to greatness, and it should pop up.
Gotcha. I got it. Yeah.
And I like the fact that you're saying your least favorite thing was that so many sex offenders are in the news, but they're not locked up. I think that's a marvelous statement to make because you're opening up a lot of people's eyes with that.
Yeah, it's like in the book Mama gave birth to greatness, I think a lot of people think it's just about being in a wheelchair or dealing with the hospital, but I had so many things go on in my life, like friends who almost committed suicide almost, and drug addictions and stuff like that. And when I was moving to LA, my wheelchair got stolen in front of my house a week before I moved. And so we did the report on the news, and the reporter asked me off camera, like, "How do you really feel?" I'm like, "Well, did you think this would happen?" I said, "Well, I thought in North Dakota it was only sex offenders and drug addicts."
Oh, gosh.
And because that's all you hear about on the news, so I was very upset by it. And now that I've been learning and growing as a man, I've been reaching out to more people to understand more things that people go through. And I met some survivors of, rape and stuff like that, and that's horrible.
Well, you truly are an inspiration to them. With your passion about moving forward, you are really weaving your own legacy.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I want to just be able to help people out and make a better life. Because I want people to hopefully see we all have disabilities. You can just see mine.
Well, that's an interesting point too. Are you allowing yourself to be available for like speaking engagements? Are you doing that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm the best at it, man. I'm the best at it. Yeah, I'm just saying.
You sound like Rocky.
Yeah, you do sound like Rocky.
You do. This is great.
Yo, Adrian.
Yo, Adrian. Yo, Adrian. So what do you do? What do you do for fun? Do you have any hobbies?
Oh man, I love sports, hanging out with my family, my nephews and my nieces, and other than that, just chasing women, having a good time.
Chasing women? Is that what he said?
Yeah, I love that part. Of course.
Is that? Wait a minute. Man. Isn't that unfair? I mean, you've got an electric wheelchair.
Yeah, they always need a ride. You want to make sure they get home safe. I got an arm rest. You need a ride? I got you.
The good thing about being in a wheelchair is lap dances are probably easier.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Don't tell your mother I said that. Don't tell your mother I said that.
I got a great joke about that.
Let me hear it.
So I was growing up, it was hard to compete with other kids, so I had to figure out how I could win at something. So I decided to play musical chairs. And, I'm still the champion to this day. But
that's too funny.
when you go, the musical chairs, that only lasts to a certain age. So I had to figure out how do I take this to my adult life. So I went to the strip club, and I was like, ladies, want to play musical chair? I'm the chair. I'll be the chair.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love that. This is great.
What is your mother doing right now?
She's getting a cup of tea, probably.
Just laughing.
She's laughing. Oh my gosh.
You really haven't been. You have been involved in everything, not just sports, but gardening to taking that kind of knowledge to working in an office. You are just so amazing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I think that working in the garden really gave me the work ethic because I was like 5 years old and I was in the garden every morning before kindergarten, raking and putting the water out and all that stuff.
Wow.
Great work ethic.
Joey, this has been a very enjoyable conversation. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. I would.
Oh, yeah.
Let me encourage the listeners. I did not find. Let's see. I found both books on your website. One of them is on Amazon. The other one is not. I can't remember which is which, but they're both on your website. Through My Eyes and Mama Gave Birth to Greatness. If you go to joeywells.net, you'll see the website. You'll get a little some information about his biography, etc. Joey, what's next for you? What are you planning on doing next?
We're gonna make a film about the movie. I'm writing it right now.
Oh wow, wonderful!
Oh wow, are you gonna play? Are you gonna play yourself?
I'm like, who else, right?
I'm gonna say, I don't know. I don't know. Unless you want to put Stallone in a wheelchair, I don't know.
It's really hard to look this good, So,
And
we gotta make it real as possible.
And that's so much different, writing a script for a movie than a book. Gosh, you really are talented. This is amazing.
I was a film student for 2 years, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but not really.
Oh my gosh!
But we're gonna make it anyways.
Good for you. I love that.
You are an inspiration. Keep it up, and I think you're inspiring so many other people. As you said, so many people have everything going for them, and they feel sorry for themselves. You've got so many reasons to feel bad, and you're wonderful. You're just uplifting, and I think you're an inspiration, and definitely your mama gave birth to greatness. Joey Wells, thank you for being on the show with us today.
Hey, thank you. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Absolutely. If you're ever in Florida, come on over.
Will do.
You can do the show with us.
That'd be fun.
I'm on the way.
All right. Make sure your batteries are charged.
I'm just backing.
Thank you, Joey. All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident on this Wednesday. Partly sunny with a high of 88 to 92. There can be a shower or thunderstorm around during the late afternoon and evening hours. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies to clear overnight Wednesday night with a low of 71, inland 77 at the coast. Thursday and Friday, partly sunny, a thunderstorm around each afternoon. The high both days 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump says meeting with the German Chancellor Angela Merkel.
We have a very, very good relationship with the Chancellor. We have a